Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Ale. Welcome back to my world of stocks. Guys, I really think that the most important area of investment right now for the future, for the long term, is artificial intelligence. And so I want to talk to you guys about some of my personal favorite AI stocks that I really love for the long term. Now, initially I wanted to talk about a ton of them, like at least like seven, but that would be too much for just one video. So I'm going to break it down maybe into separate videos. Today we'll be covering three of my absolute favorite, and then if this video does well, if you guys like it gets like a decent amount, I'm going to do a bonus video right after, an extra two AI stocks, and then maybe even another bonus one after that with another two AI stocks. Depends on how much you guys want that. But I want to talk to you guys about a lot of AI stocks because I think there's several out there that are really great for investment. And really, when it comes to AI, I just feel like the future of just about everything in tech will be heavily powered and controlled by AI. And even most areas outside of tech too will still be heavily influenced by it, all accumulating into an AI market that I think will easily, very easily be worth many trillions of dollars long term, something that virtually all analysts and economists agree with at this point. So, in today's video, I'm going to give you three of my favorite, and then like I said, I'll likely do some bonus videos right after. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those bonus AI stocks coming very soon too. Okay, now these are three stocks here I feel will play major roles in the development, facilitation, and deployment of AI into our global economy long term. So let's go ahead and jump into them. Now, the first one here, I know I talk about this stock a lot on my channel, but there's just really no way that I could make a best AI stocks video without including my overall favorite stock in the entire market. And that is also a monumental play on the future of AI. It's, of course, Google, ticker symbol GOOGL. Now, if I was to ask you what's really the lifeblood of AI, you'd probably say data, right? Like the only way to get as close as possible to replicating human intelligence artificially is by feeding it massive amounts of data, all the data in the world, and letting it, train itself and really become smarter over time and probably smarter than humans over the long term, right? Well, nobody collects data like Google. In fact, they dominate almost every data collecting market out there. They're number one in search, internet browser, mobile OS, mapping data, video streaming, email, and number three in cloud too, meaning that they know where we go, what we do, what we watch, what we search for, how we communicate, what questions do we ask, and it even knows how to answer all those questions, and they can collect, store, and process all of this data much faster than anyone else too, which they even use themselves all of this massive data to improve their own products and services like they do with Search, Assistant, Google Translate, and much more, thus strengthening their already insanely profitable business even further. In cloud, for example, they offer cutting-edge AI tools like natural language processing, vision APIs, machine learning platforms, and more. And all of this isn't even mentioning the numerous AI-based subsidiaries that they own too, like DeepMind, who develops general purpose AI systems that can learn and adapt to various tasks, and is known for their breakthroughs in developing neural networks and reinforcement learning. It also powers their generative AI platform called Gemini, which admittedly may not be as strong as ChatGPT quite yet, but it is getting significantly better over time as they continue to train it with the more data that they collect. Much of that data, by the way, is also used in healthcare, where another subsidiary, Verily, specializes in AI and data analytics for developing tools used in disease prevention, management, and even treatment, while Calico has been gaining notoriety to another subsidiary for their research in aging, the extension of the human lifespan, which they do by analyzing giant amounts of biological data sets related to aging, genetics, and other cellular processes. There's even Waymo too for autonomous driving, and the list goes on. But if you want to go really long term with it, one of the things that I'm most excited about myself with Google, what I think is going to probably be the most revolutionary AI technology of the future, is in quantum computing, which is used for solving the most complex problems that classical computers can't even imagine. And it's argued that Google may be ahead of everyone at this. In fact, their newest Willow chip can apparently solve problems in just 5 minutes that would otherwise take even the world's fastest supercomputers an insane amount of years to complete. They claim it could be up to 10 septillion years, which is a number that I can't even comprehend. But They're even using it to try to build out a large scale quantum computer for the future too, that admittedly, will take years and many billions of dollars to accomplish and complete. But if anyone has the expertise and the patience and most importantly the money to accomplish all of that, well, I think it's definitely Google. Now, speaking of which, you put all of that revolutionary tech aside and you look even at just where Google trades today and what you would get in return for that stock price, and you're talking about what is already an insane value, in my opinion, doing over $300 billion in revenue per year and still somehow managing to grow at a double-digit rate. Yet, even though the stock price is trading near a record high, their PEG ratio is only slightly higher than the sector median. I mean, I would pay that even just for where they are today, right now, let alone the insane future potential that I think they still have with AI. Okay, guys, moving on to stock number two. I'm going with what I used to consider a speculative play in AI, but more recently has just kind of become a no-brainer long-term holding of mine for the future of AI software and large-scale data management and analysis. That is, of course, Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR, who I can make the case for very simply in that they've become so incredibly important to both governments and commercial entities for implementing AI into everything they do that I just can't ever envision Palantir ever failing at this point. And I think the sky is really the limit here for what they can do and how large they can grow over time. Now, on the government side of things, their AI platform, what they call AIP, provides a seamless interface for all their AI developers to work on basically any government projects with the assistance of AI. And they even partner with Microsoft on Azure Government to deploy AI through the cloud too. They also help the Pentagon with integrating AI into their unmanned drones and enhance their targeting systems, something new that's been really growing a lot lately. They help with monitoring for cybersecurity. They help with maintaining equipment by predicting when they need to be serviced, and they help reduce breakage and downtimes. They help with public health in disease surveillance and outbreak response, or even with logistics, helping the military actually deploy troops and equipment at the right time to the right areas, and they help track and allocate supplies more effectively during missions too. It's been so useful, in fact, that just last March, the Army awarded Palantir with another nearly $500 million contract for its Maven Smart system that uses AI in central command areas to scan and identify enemy systems. And what they do in the commercial sector, well, it's just as important for growth too. In fact, I'm probably more excited about this myself just because I can envision this being like unlimited growth long term. But yeah, here they help other businesses with everything from supply chain management to daily operations, even integrating generative AI too, which has been all the rage lately. And here's just a few quick examples of how companies are using AIP to improve their operations. Associated Materials improved their delivery rates from 40% to 90%. Trinity Rail took just 3 months to create an inventory workflow that improved margins and generated $30 million in savings. Tampa General Hospital reduced the length of stay by 15%. Mount Sinai doubled their efficiency and were able to increase sales by more than $13 million. And there's countless more examples just like that. Anyway, the point being that these AI services have just become so essential at this point that even during what has really been a horrible economy these past few years, with crazy high inflation, interest rates, and so on, Palantir was still able to grow their US customer count by a whopping, get this guy, 77% over the past year with an incredible more than $100 million deals. That's $1 million each, 100 of them being signed just in the last quarter alone. That's incredible. And this in turn, of course, is just causing their sales and their cash flow and their margins to just skyrocket, to soar right along with it now. Now, granted, the stock is up a lot. It's trading near a record high, but I just think that the sky is the limit with this one. And looking out, years from now, I think anyone that refused to buy into this name will probably end up regretting it if they're looking for, a high growth kind of AI stock for the future. I think Palantir just has so much to offer. Okay, with that said, we are now down to the final stock, guys. And for this one, this one is, I would say, easily, very clearly the leader in both social media and the metaverse. I think those are going to be hugely important for AI. And I'm talking, of course, about Meta, ticker symbol META. Now, Why is that important? Well, first of all, a metaverse has to run on artificial intelligence. There's no way around that. You're talking about replicating the world, and even beyond that, like, other planets, or even fantasy worlds that don't even exist. And so to do that, you need AI to be constantly building and evolving these different worlds and managing all of it and creating and doing all that kind of stuff, which would otherwise take just way too much manpower to do, on the human side of things. But with AI, it's actually feasible. Now, if you think that the metaverse will be a big deal over time, which most analysts do, some even project it to be worth trillions of dollars in the not too distant future, well, Meta is far and away ahead of everyone. Since the pandemic, they've invested, get this guys, roughly $70 billion on building out metaverse software and even hardware too. Nobody else even comes close to that, I would say, in the entire world. And yet, I used to get so many comments from people saying that this would tank the company, this would for sure, run them out of business. And this was something that when the stock was actually falling, it was crashing out at a moment. I made tons of videos saying that I was buying the stock on the dip. I thought it was a great value. And I got lots of comments saying that, that was a mistake, that the company was going to go out of business, all that stuff. But my argument was that they can easily afford all of these investments because the company is insanely, unimaginably profitable, growing their cash flows from 36 billion pre-pandemic to over 80 billion just in the past year. So in 1 year, guys, they already generated more cash flow than they even spent on the metaverse. That's just insane levels of profitability. And right when I was like about to record this video, and I've been doing research, and I've been editing. I've been doing a lot of stuff leading up to recording this video. A lot of research and stuff goes on behind the scenes. But right when I was about to click record, I actually saw this article pop up. Someone actually told me about it, but they messaged me, and then I saw the article here. But Meta just announced now that they're going to be investing another $65 billion in CapEx this year in 2025, and most of it is looking like it's going to go towards the development of artificial intelligence. And by the way, analysts were expecting, where did I have this here? Analysts were expecting, they were forecasting only 51 billion. Meta's decided to go up to 65 billion. And again, most of that is going to go towards AI spending. How crazy is that? But again, like I said, they're so profitable that they can actually afford that. Now, where do the profits come from? The profits come from their family of social media apps that have now garnered well over 3 billion daily users. That's over 40% of the world's entire population, which in itself is just another reason why they will be so far ahead of the competition, because they already have the biggest pool of users to tap into. It's not only used for data to train AI, but also to sell AI and, of course, to market the metaverse to as well. And yet, despite the stock soaring to a new all-time high, the valuation is actually much more reasonable than you would expect it to be. Like Google, it's also just barely higher than the sector median on a PEG ratio basis. So to me, that screams long-term gains right there. And by the way, one final point that I will throw at you guys, don't underestimate, I would say, the Trump factor. I wouldn't be surprised if Zuckerberg is actually playing nice with Trump now, so that he helps Meta in the future when it comes to regulations and even antitrust issues. I think it's one of the many reasons why we also saw other tech CEOs attend the inauguration, including Musk, Cook, Bezos, and even Google's CEO Sundar Pichai as well. He was also there. And some of those, by the way, have allegedly it's been being reported that some of them have even asked Trump for help already with all of the lawsuits and the pushback that they're facing in Europe over antitrust issues. So I don't know. It's all very interesting stuff. Like I said, I love these 3 AI stocks myself for the long term. I think they're like must-haves in my opinion. But if you guys want some more, you guys want some bonus AI stocks, subscribe. It'll be coming right after this video. I think I will put out another one with another 2 bonus and maybe a third one with another 2 bonus AI stocks after that. So let me know if you guys want that. Hit that like button. That lets me know you want that. And thank you for all your support, my friends. I really appreciate you just watching my videos. It helps keep my channel alive. Thank you for all that support, everyone. And I hope you're all doing well. I wish you the best of luck here in the coming year with all your investments. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, guys. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.